Brazil has unique creatures from our interesting folklore. A lot of them were created to scare people, bringing hope, and why not having fun? This is a part 3. I already talked about 16 creatures. Part 1 and 2 I'm gonna put in the description and of course in the cards as well. And in this part 3 I mixed a little bit, so I will talk about 6 creatures, and some of the legends are from specific places in Brazil, okay? So let's go! Hey buddies, my name is Andrey, or you can call me Brazilian Buddy, of course, and I'm here on YouTube to share you everything related to Brazil. This amazing country with a lot of culture, so rich, so many stories and legends, and why not talking about a part 3 about our creatures. I did the part 1 and 2 and you guys loved a lot of comments, so let's gonna talk about more. Probably it's gonna be the last one or not, I can find more creatures. And I would like to start with Cabeça de cuia. Cabeça de cuia. I didn't find exactly the right word for that. It's like word or bowhead, exactly. I'm gonna put a picture of what it is, a cuia, so you can decide what it is, okay? So this legend, this myth is from Parnaíba River, located in Piauí state, in the northeast of Brazil. And actually, Cabeça de cuia was a young boy called Crispim, who lived in the Banco River and lived with his mother. Crispim every day tried to fish to bring home something to eat because they were really poor. But that time of the year was very difficult. Frustrated, one day he returns home for lunch and finds a soup made of bones by his mother. And of course, after an argument with his mother, he throws a bone in her head, killing her. He ended up being cursed by his own mother, becoming the famous Cabeça de cuia, and Crispim would only be freed from the curse if he eats 7 virgins named Maria. Or you have the English version, Mary. It's almost the same. Some residents of the region claim that Cabeça de cuia, in addition to find his virgins, he kidnaps people and destroys ships that pass through the river. Ao, 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 ao is a legend of Guarani mythology, and this indigenous people lives between Paraguay, Argentina, and Brazil, not being just a folkloric creature here, which is really interesting. This creature is considered the god protector of hills and mountains, and Ao was human because he was unfortunately cursed, always like that, becoming a huge monster with characteristics of a hen with horns and big fangs. The monster has a habit of eating its victims, and to escape from him it was necessary to climb a palm tree, which he couldn't knock down for some reason that we don't know. This legend was probably created by Jesuit priests during the colonization period here in South America to make the indigenous people catechized. So they took the opportunity to create monsters in the middle of the forest and show that the only salvation comes from Jesus Christ. Ala Moa, also known as the White Lady, is a legend of the island of Fernando de Noronha, located in the state of Pernambuco. The creature is a beautiful woman, blonde, tall, Victoria's Secret's model, who walks naked on the beach, attracting sailors and fishermen to her grotto. A story very similar to the mermaids, right? Some version says that she turns into a skeleton and captures her victims, and on the other hand, she throws them off on the cliff. The only way to break Ala Moa's magic is through light, because she feared she would have to flee back to her dark grotto, and Ala Moa only attacked on Fridays. Don't ask me why. So, but it's just a short propaganda. Of course, I'm gonna talk about me, about the channel. If you like this kind of videos, don't forget to thumbs up, comment below. If you have more interesting in Brazil, please don't forget to share to your friends and appreciate the channel, okay? So thank you so much, and let's gonna return to the video. Negrinho do Pastoreio. It's really difficult to translate exactly this one. I'm gonna try and then put here in the video. So it's a legend from the south region of Brazil with African and Christian origins. This story has two versions, but the most heard is that he was like a young slave who was mistreated by a farmer. One day, the farmer ordered the boy to herd his horses, and at the end of the day, he noticed that a bay horse was missing. The farmer then punished the boy with lashes and tied him to an anthill until he was dead. The next day, the boy was not only free, but without any injuries, and beside him was not only the bay horse that was missing, but also Virgin Mary, a patron saint. Negrinho do Pastoreiro is considered the saint of lost causes. Whoever loses something, and if you have any difficulty to find, lights a candle and asks him for help to find what you lost. Really interesting. Ayanngwa, I know it's really difficult to pronounce. Ayanngwa, even for me, is a forest spirit originated from the indigenous cultures of the Amazon. It's considered the protector of forests, rivers, and wild animals with the ability to transform into any animal, but usually represented as a red-eyed white deer. The legend says that it's transformed into humans to scare hunters, causing them fevers and deliriums. Despite this, it's possible to please Ayanngwa offering brandy or tobacco ask for protection, because basically you are free to hunt as long as you don't respect the nature. The legend of Vitória Regia, or in English, water lily, is one of the most known in the Brazilian folklore belonging to the north region of the country. Basically, this legend explains the origin of this plant, that it's a symbol of the Amazon, if you didn't know, and the legend says that the water lily was actually an Indian woman called Naya. Naya loved the moon, and in the indigenous culture, the moon was represented by the goddess Jaci. I already talked about her, so if you are interested to see a little bit about our Brazilian gods, I'm gonna put the link in the placards. And so that's why Naya wanted to meet her. One night, Naya saw the reflection of the moon in the water and unconsciously threw herself into the water and ended up drowning, unfortunately. So the goddess Jaci, knowing Naya's story, decides to transform her into a water lily. Coincidence or not, the flowers of this plant only open at night. So buddies, that's it. 6 more creatures from our Brazilian folklore. I hope you like it. Of course, don't forget to put your thumbs up. It's really important. Comment below if you want to know more things related to our culture or even travel or not. My name is Andrey. Thank you so much. Muito obrigado, and I see you on the next episode. See ya. Ciao.